Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 17. I am Irish Red, or Big Farmer Red you can call me. Today we are going to finish up what we started in the last episode. We got through all of our mowing and collecting of the grass and or hay because we tedded it, turning it into hay so it would dry. Or tedding the grass so it would dry to turn into hay. There we go. And got it all fixed up, picked up nice and neat into rows with the windrower, and then grabbed it with our forage wagon and dumped it into our silo. Today we have to go through and finish up because we are actually getting close to when some of the crops are going to start getting ready for harvest, especially that barley that we planted last winter. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get everything that could potentially get, ready for harvest within the next few days. We're going to make sure that we get everything fertilized so that we have the maximum yield. If we pop out here real quick and take a look, we will see that we have 8, 11, and 12 that are stage 2 fertilized, and of course we just mowed 10, so that took it all the way back to stage 1 fertilization. So we'll hit 10 as well just to get a little bit more fertilizer out there and hopefully a little bit better hay yield out of it. So let's go ahead and we'll hit field 12 real quick, and then we will just work our way up there. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. My weekend went about as expected. The mother is still having some issues with her recovery after her back surgery. So it's been a lot of tending her and, making sure that she is taken care of. So yeah, it's been, like I said, pretty much a typical weekend for me. So there we go, we got this thing lined up pretty good here. We'll go ahead, get rolling, and turn her on. And we will just kind of come down through here. And I'm not going to worry too much about turning on the GPS or anything. These fields are small enough that you can pretty much eyeball it and call it good. So yeah, this barley here is just about ready for harvest. And there we go, we'll turn it off and just kind of flip around here. And come up here, about halfway or so. This should let us get just about the entire field with just a couple of passes here. And of course we'll take a look at our GPS because we really can't see much of anything through this thicket that we have going on here. It's hard to tell where we've been and where we haven't been. So, like I said, we're just kind of eyeballing it right now. I mean, for the most part, it looks like we're getting full coverage. But we shall see here momentarily. So yeah, just one of those. It was a rougher than usual weekend for me, but you gotta do what you gotta do. She needs the help with the recovery, and luckily I'm around to do it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the field, see how well we did. And hey, look at that. Doesn't look like we did too bad. Looks like we got the whole thing. Perfect. So we'll head up here and run over 10 real quick with the fertilizer. It's probably going to be a fairly short video, honestly, just because this spreader does such a quick job with the fertilization, and these fields are not huge by any stretch of the imagination. Now when we get over there to 7, 9, 10, not 10, 5, 3, the outskirts, that'll be a little bit different story. We will have a lot more surface area to cover, but then again, that's when we will really start using horseplay and hiring helpers and stuff like that to do a lot of these jobs for us. So that's what I'm really looking forward to, is automating all of that. So here we go. Yeah, this one will be a heck of a lot easier because we can actually see where we're laying down the fertilizer. That's definitely a bonus there. But yeah, that's really all the major news I have going on right now for you guys. You know, still haven't talked to my father in about a week now. So, you know, it's one of those things where no news is good news, and we really screwed the pooch on that one. So let's go ahead and see what we can do to clear that up here. There we go. Let's try this again. There we go. Now we got a bit of overlap going on. So yeah, last I heard was what I told you guys last episode, was that he was going back to his full physical therapy regimen and getting back on the electrotherapy for his legs to help stimulate them and work out the muscles. So my mom actually has a doctor's appointment this week, and we will see if she has actually recovered enough to actually start her physical therapy. We're all kind of hoping that, you know, she is able to. I know she's really hoping that she's able to, because she's starting to get a little bit down in the dumps about everything that's going on, not being able to do much of anything. Just, you know, the feeling of being, I almost dare say useless, you know, especially when she's, you know, usually the one taking care of everybody else. Now all of a sudden she can't do that, and she's got to rely on everybody else to take care of her. That is definitely not her character. So, and I'm not sure. Go ahead and stop here and turn this off. I'm not sure if this is actually counting this fertilization. It is not. It looks like we might have to fast forward a day in order for it to start counting. A bummer. That's not what I wanted to see. Alright, well, let's go ahead and we'll get out of the field here, and we'll fast forward it to the next day, and then we'll come through and we will try fertilizing this field then. So while I do that, guys, go ahead and sit tight, and we will be back momentarily once I, you know, get to the next day. Alrighty guys, welcome back, and as you can see, with the new day came a new growth. So our tracks are still here, but that's okay. So yeah, we can definitely fertilize now that we have, you know, growth, and there's the change in the color of the soil that we would expect to see with the fertilizer getting laid down. So yeah, that was perfect. You know, luckily we only had to go one day. It's about, you know, 20 to 6 in the morning, but that's all right. Early bird catches the worms, so they say. I don't know. I frankly don't like worms. And you know, I mean, they're great for fishing, but I can't see myself actually eating any. But hey, you never know. There may be a time. So yeah, we're just spreading the stuff all over our field here. Let me know in the comments down below how your guys' weekend went. I love hearing from you guys, and I appreciate any and all comments you guys leave for me. I'm always interested in hearing how you guys are doing, how your weekend went, whether it was good, bad, indifferent. Alright guys, we're coming up to the end of the last line here on this field. Took a little bit longer than expected. but that's alright. We still have plenty of fertilizer left to get over there and hit field 8. Let's go ahead and come down here and finish off this line just like so. Hit a bit of a lag spike, which is going to make us waste a little bit of that fertilizer, but that's okay. There we go, let's kind of back up here. There we go. And we'll just quickly come over here and spread some love around field 8. Make sure that everything's looking good there. We take a look on our map. Yep, field 11 is fully fertilized now. We still have to do one more on 10. 12 is good to go, and we're heading up to 8 now to finish that off. So yeah, there may be some changes coming to the channel in the near future. I'm not exactly sure yet, guys, but I will let you know as soon as I know. There may be some big changes going on around here, which will, you know, result in potential changes to the channel. Not to freak any of you out, and I'm not going anywhere. At least I hope I'm not going anywhere. But at the same time, you know, there may be some changes. So, like I said, I will definitely let you guys know that as soon as I know what's going to be going on with the situation. But here we go, coming up here to field 8. Let's go ahead and get this taken care of real quick. And then we will call it a day here on the farm. So luckily this isn't that big of a field. It's more well proportioned than 11. 11 just takes forever because it's so long. It's not all that wide, but it's so long. Whereas this one is more of a square field, which is kind of what I prefer because it's easier to set up course play and automation and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's a little bit more difficult. Just given how they created this field with these trees right here by the edge of the field, so that's kind of a pain in the rear. But we'll just kind of go ahead and flip around here and give ourselves some room to work. There we go. Kick it back on. We should be getting everything there. Let's like it. Try and get her on 360 the best we can, or zeros. One of the two, doesn't matter. There we go. We'll do our usual non-legit over the tracks. Let's go ahead and back this thing up here and start working down this side. There we go. Yeah, I turned it on a little bit early there, but that's okay. So down this side we come, keeping it right about 270, which would be west. And I don't say that just because, you know, the W up there right next to the 270. Anybody who has any compass reading skills or has learned how to read a compass or done any navigation type stuff, you know, that's fairly common knowledge. You definitely know, you know, 90, 180, 270, and of course 360 or 0. It's the in-betweens that start getting me. I know it's what, 45 and then something like 125 or something like that. Nah, I don't know. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. There we go. Let's go ahead and come back out here now and can finish up these lines kind of regular style. And are we hitting all of it? Yeah, looks like we are. Of course, we're coming in at a bit of an angle. It's fine. Let's try and straighten it up. There we go. A couple more passes here and we'll call it good. Alrighty guys, we're just finishing up this last little bit. However, I missed just a little teeny tiny strip back over here, so we're gonna come back down here and see if we can't find that little strip that I missed. It was right around this area here. Let's go ahead and take a trip down the field one more time and see if we can't come across. Yeah, there it is. At least there's the start of it. So yeah, we're doing a little bit of double fertilization here, but that's okay. I want to make sure that I get this strip right here down the middle, just so that we have 100% coverage. There we go. And we'll come out here to the edge of the field and take off down this little alley here. So yeah, that's all we had planned for today, guys. Just going around making sure that all the fields got fertilized, making sure that we have, you know, the best possible crop harvest that we can have of soy this year, which will be ready to go here in, I don't know, a couple more days or so. So anyway, guys, we're gonna head back to the barn, put the fertilizer away, and take care of the tractor and everything. And we will check at least through the map one more time, make sure that there's nothing we missed. In fact, let's go ahead and do that right now before we get too far back. Let's see here, if we come up here and check out field 8, yep, everything looks good there, everything looks good on 11. 10, we have to wait for the next growth stage. So yeah, everything's looking good there. If we go ahead and take a look at our growth, yeah, it says 10's been harvested, which is fine. It'll grow back, it's grass. We got 12 that's still growing, and of course 8 that is about stage 2 growth, it looks like. Same with 11. So one more tick of the season for 12 and we should be able to harvest it. We take a look at our seasons map. We can see we are 5th day of summer, so we really can't plant anything except for oilseed radish and poplar and of course grass. Our barley, yeah, about 3 days. We will be harvesting our barley, or can harvest our barley, which, yeah, I won't plant again in the winter. That it takes up a field. We could have easily planted it in soy and turned a little bit larger profit. But at least we'll get a little bit of hay out of this, or not hay, I'm sorry, straw out of this. So we'll see how it goes. Then of course the 5th day of fall is when we can actually harvest our soybean, as long as, you know, it continues to grow properly. Let's go ahead and head back here. And like I said, we will get everything taken care of. I wonder if it's going to be actually quicker to go this way. It might be, because we're already partly into the farm. Whereas if I would have gone the other way, I would have had to go farther out just to come back into the farm. So I don't know, it might be quicker, it might not be. A little bit of a different pace though. Oh, we're coming in hot through the barn. There we go. And then right back over to the big red shed, put her away. My favorite color, it would appear. At least the name would suggest. There we go. We'll go ahead and park it right up here. Drop her off. Let's go take care of our tractor. Put her right back where we found her, so that we know exactly where she is. So anyway, guys, like I said, leave a comment down below what you liked about the video, what you didn't like about the video, how your weekend went, if you got any major plans. I know summertime is coming up very quickly, and some of y'all are making some summertime plans. What you got going on? What you plan on doing this summer? Let me know. If you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me and everybody else who's a part of this community. We love getting new faces in here. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that bell icon to turn on the notifications. That way you guys can be notified of the newest videos as they come out. Also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, that like button. It helps me and the channel out immensely. The more likes we get, the more we get noticed. The more we get noticed, the more new faces we get. So please hit that thumbs up button. But anyway, guys, I hope you have an absolutely great day. Don't forget you can check me out on social media, facebook.com/IrishRedGaming, or send me a tweet at IrishRedGaming. So that's fields harvested. Wow, fertilized. And that's pretty much a wrap. So I will definitely talk to you in the next video. See ya.